The operator I want you to hear about today lost her whole business once, sold it off in the last recession, and the way she rebuilt is a lesson in owning the part of your operation that nobody can take from you. I'm Drew. This is Main Street Operator. It's Friday, and today I've got one operator's story for your drive time, plus a tool that gets you paid faster for work you've already done. Sandi Luck wasn't supposed to end up in coffee. She taught marketing and business at the University of North Dakota. She spent her days showing other people how to build a company. In 2004, she decided to try it herself and bought a couple of drive-up coffee kiosks in Grand Forks, the kind where you pull up to a window and someone hands you a cup without you ever leaving the car. It worked, for a while. Then the 2008 recession rolled through, and by 2009, the economics stopped making sense. She sold the kiosks. If the story ended there, it would be the ordinary story of a side venture that didn't survive a downturn, the kind that plays out on every main street in a bad year. But in 2010, a small, almost accidental opportunity appeared, a coffee shop inside a Grand Forks nursing home. It wasn't glamorous, a cafe tucked into the corner of a care facility, but she said yes, named it after her English bulldog, Elvis, and called it Bully Brew. That single location is where the real business began. And here's the decision that separated Bully Brew from every other regional cafe that stays a regional cafe and eventually fades. In 2016, Luck bought a coffee shop that happened to come with a Diedrich roaster, an industrial machine for roasting green coffee beans. Most owners would have seen a piece of equipment they didn't ask for. She saw the whole business model. Instead of buying roasted beans from a distributor like every other shop on the block, she started roasting her own. That one move changed what she was. Her cafes stopped being just retail locations at the mercy of foot traffic and weather. They became the storefront for a product she manufactured. She found a master roaster named Becca, a genuinely specialized role, someone who understands the science of the bean, not a job you fill off the street, and built the operation around that expertise. In 2022, she went all in, buying a 27,000 square foot warehouse in Grand Forks to house the roasting and packaging under one roof. That vertical move is what turned a coffee shop into a coffee company. Today, Bully Brew runs cafes across North Dakota and into Minnesota, Grand Forks, Fargo, Devil's Lake, East Grand Forks, Halleck, and more. But the engine underneath is the roastery, which now supplies more than 120 wholesale accounts, including serving as the official coffee roaster for North Dakota State University. This spring, the SBA named her North Dakota's Small Business Person of the Year. A woman who lost her first coffee business in a recession now roasts the coffee that 120 other businesses turn around and sell. The lesson isn't about coffee. It's about where you sit in your own supply chain. Luck stopped being a reseller of someone else's product and became the source. When you own the thing you sell, when you're the maker and not just the storefront, a slow month at one location doesn't sink you because the wholesale side keeps roasting no matter what the weather does to foot traffic. If there's one part of your operation you currently buy from someone else and could plausibly make yourself, that's the question her story hands you for the weekend. That brings me to your tool of the week, and it's about getting paid for what you already sell, Wave. It's invoicing and bookkeeping software built for small operators, and the core plan is genuinely free, unlimited invoices, estimates, and bookkeeping, no credit card required, not a trial. You build an invoice, email it, and the customer pays it online. Here's the number that matters. Wave's own data shows invoices with online payment turned on get paid 3 times faster, and most card or bank payments clear in 2 business days or less. Setup runs about 30 minutes. You add your logo, your payment details, and your first customer, and you're sending. One technology company owner said Wave automated away hundreds of hours of administrative work. The honest catch: online payments carry a processing fee like any card transaction, roughly 2.9%, and the $20 a month Pro plan is what unlocks automatic late payment reminders. But for a single operator still mailing paper invoices or chasing customers by text, the free tier alone turns your pile of unpaid invoices into money that shows up in days instead of weeks. Monday, I'm back with 3 stories to start your week. Until then, think about Sandi Luck and the roaster she almost passed on, because the smartest move she made was owning the part of the business everyone else was content to rent. I'm Drew, and this is Main Street Operator. Have a good weekend, and get to work.